Okay, Facebook. Good morning. How you doing? Hope you're well. Let's go and look at the main indices and run through those before we get into a couple of trades that we have had. So firstly, let's start with the weekly chart. Let's go and have a little look at the Dow and the S&P. So you'll see as I flick between these two, both the Dow and the S&P still heading up. We're on a slight downward week so far, but 4 upward weeks prior to that. So you can see that both the Dow and the S&P moving in a similar direction. As yet, the Nasdaq has not caught up. Yes, the Nasdaq creeped to new highs. These are the futures charts. So the Nasdaq futures creeped to new highs, you can see here last week. All of the indices in a slight downward move here. But as you can see, normally, and I've said this before, normally the Nasdaq would lead the other two, but we are not in that position. So this isn't a strong high that you can see here on the Nasdaq, so it might be a reaction to those previous highs that's seeing the move down there. For us, and I'm going to dip down to the daily chart now, for us what we're looking at is potentially pullbacks down towards the moving average. You can see here 21 moving average. So actually on our possible trade list, we've got the DAX for a retest of the 21. You can see there we've got the same with the French index down at the 21 and the Dow and the S&P. So there's a lot of discussion at the moment. People are saying the indices are going to go higher because of all the stimulus. Some people saying that the indices can't go any higher. We're going to react to the Nasdaq. So there's a lot of people making predictions, but from a trading point of view, and this is key, at the moment on the major indices you can see here, Dow and S&P, they're both creating new highs or have created new highs. So for us, if they meet the pullback criteria, we'll take them. At some point, yes, the markets will roll over. There'll be a point where we pull back. Maybe we don't do a higher high and we roll over at that point. But as far as I'm concerned and where we are right here, all that matters to me is the fact that there are new highs being made. So our pullback trades still are effective, essentially. So we'll see whether the Nasdaq pushes on a little bit, but as I've said, the Nasdaq's a little bit behind there. Let's go and have a little look at Euro. So Euro at the moment, we'll go up to the weekly chart here. You can see Euro had a lovely reaction to its weekly 50 moving average. Didn't make it up to the 2018 highs, but at the moment we're sat between that weekly 50 moving average and the weekly 21. So a lovely reaction there. Price has moved up from that point. If we go down to the daily, for me, looking at the daily chart here, you can see that we've had a couple of positive close above the 50. For me, price needs to get closer to these highs. If it moves up towards those highs and gets into this area here, then I'd be more confident of a move up there. So I don't see these immediate levels that you can see here back from February as a strong level. You can see it's just a high. These were the prior highs. So if we move up from here, get above this level, I'd be more inclined at least for a retest here and then a push up to this level. Obviously, at the moment, we're stuck, as I've said, between the weekly 50 and the weekly 21. If we come down from here and take these previous lows out, then I'd be looking for a test either of these resistance lows here. And then if we get below that, then it's a long march down for the euro to the next level. So not really any trades for us on euro at the moment because the market at the moment where we are here is quite central. A couple of our guys had a nice move off of the weekly 50 down here. That's not a strategy that I trade, but if you see here, we're quite central. So again, we need price to really do something a little bit undecided at the moment compared to the indices. So not really trend, slight downward trend, but not enough for us swing traders to get in there. If I go and have a little look at pound US dollar, so we look at pound US dollar. So that previous trend up, you can see we had a short-term break of the trend line. We actually had one of our swing reversal pullback trades trigger at this point here, short trade here, that was a winner. But at the moment, you'll see again, slightly sideways here. So for me, I'm looking at the pound. If we take out these highs and get a new high, I would be looking for, again, a retest of the Feb highs and then potentially a move back up all the way to this resistance area here. For me, nothing would be triggering any shorts unless we could get below this level and get a clear new low. So for me at the moment, pound US dollar, very neutral, not really doing a lot, needs to get above these highs. Not enough room really for a momentum trade here from my swing trading point of view. Some of the day traders might find opportunities in there. I would be then looking for a reversal opportunity up at the previous highs. If we take these lows out, as I've said, I'd be looking for momentum trades short down towards, and I'll just change the time frame. So down towards the weekly 50 moving average in this area here. Let's go and have a quick look at pound US dollar. That's not pound US dollar, euro, not euro, US dollar yen. So let's just have a little look there. So again, in a little bit of a neutral position here. For me to consider anything from a reversal point of view, I'd need to get back up towards the 2020 highs. So up here, that's where I'd be looking. If I go down to the daily chart, so you can see this in a little bit more detail. So we'll nip onto the daily chart. So you can see we're currently sat, unlike the euro that's at its weekly 50 moving average, you'll see here with yen that was sat down at the daily 50 moving average. So again, for some of our guys, this would offer a pullback opportunity. So we had a potential pullback opportunity here that didn't trigger. So it's now rolled over to a slightly lower position. At the moment, with the 21 crossing the 50 on the weekly, if we get some upside here, okay, these guys would have a trade. But for me personally, I would be looking all the way up at these levels, as I've already said, and that is the 2020 highs and the 2019 highs. So a strong resistance level there. No trading here for me, but if we move back up to that level, then I would be considering reversal trades up around that level there. We might not get fully up to that level, so there will be other opportunities within that. So they're the three major currency pairs there. Let's go and have a little look at oil, because we're live in oil on our monthly oil trade. I'll just show you this so you can see it. So again, oil's been a little bit indecisive since the start of the month. You can see it there. So there's the daily chart. So currently long at the moment, had a downward day yesterday. If I jump down to the 15-minute chart, you'll see there was some news out about OPEC that sent the market moving down. At the moment, we've recovered a little bit and a little bit sideways. In terms of my own analysis for oil outside of the trade, well, we've got this weekly resistance here. So we came up at the earlier part of the year, came up to the prior highs of 2019. So if I go down to the daily chart for a little bit more detail, if we again take yesterday's highs out short term and get into this zone here, I'd be more confident of a retest of these highs here, this zone we've got in here. All right, so we're long at the moment, but with the highs up there, that could offer potential exit opportunities depending on how you trade that strategy. So that's oil. Quick look at gold. Quick look at gold. You can see here, gold has been in this. If I go up to the weekly chart and I'll just pop trend channels on, you can see there's been a little bit of a trend channel on gold from these highs. You can see through here, and if I just copy that line, you'll see got this little bit of a trend channel here, which was sat in the middle of. So again, for me, I would need to see price get outside of this level and really take these highs out if I was confident of a retest to the prior highs. As you can see, gold is just slowly and sort of gently been moving sideways, lower highs and lower lows. If we take these lows out, then I would be looking for a move further down towards this support level, and as you can see here, the weekly 200. So if we took those lows out, we're looking for more downside there. So again, a little bit neutral here. So on some of the major indices, we are seeing potential trades. On the major currencies, a little bit neutral at the moment. What we are currently in, so I'll just go to another live trade that we're in at the moment. So we've got a reaction down at these lows. So we've built a little bit of position here on Euro Aussie, and at the moment I'm looking for a target of these recent prior highs. So I'm actually long Euro Aussie on one of our what's called our swing reversal pullback strategy, and I'm waiting to see if we can get up to these highs. So my target is those prior highs, and that'll be a nice 2-to-1 trade if that comes off. So that's it for me. Hope that was useful, and I'll be back in touch again with you very soon.